entrance to Dom Square, right by here. Oh, here we go, here we go! The pigeons are out, there's Madame Tussauds, Dom Square. Man, I'm happy. You guys are gonna love this. He just proposed, and she accepted. How awesome was that I randomly started recording and that guy decided to propose right then. They acted like they were taking a photo. Everybody out here feeds the pigeons. Everybody. This Madame Tussauds is just amazing. There's a figure right there, and then two up there. So all of this is Dom Square. Alright, let's go find that museum with the interesting looking front I mentioned. I just got myself a Dutch meatball sandwich and the guy is telling me what I should put on it, so I'm gonna give it a try. Went ahead and added some sauerkraut because I love sauerkraut. And I'm hoping when I'm home for Christmas my grandpa decides to make some. You hear that, Grandpa? Oh wow. So if you guys are wondering what my goal is for today, I'm trying to get all the exploring done as early as I can while the light's out and everything because the sun goes down pretty quick here. And then I'll just be able to focus on some of the night lights and night beauty later. So look at how cool those buildings are. And then look at the architecture right behind me. Completely different, but I love it too. Look at that. I saw this from a distance. I had to come over and see what it was. Had to, right? And there's a tree right here. I'm sure that'll look great when it's lit up later. And since I just noticed that these canal tours are actually, they're covered boats and heated, I think I'll definitely do that later. You see what I mean? That looks nice. This is kind of cool. Amsterdam bulbs, you can buy all these. I kind of wish I knew what my mom would want and if they would grow in her area. That's probably what I would pick her up. Some tulips. Maybe I will. Okay, this is not the museum we're looking for, but this was on my list anyway, so I figured let's stop since we're here. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Look at all the details. It's actually an old theater. Pathé Tuschinski is what it's called. They do operas and various things there, but I just thought, oh, that was so great I had to stop over here. Now this reminds me, if any of you are Trailer Park Boys fans, their European road trip when they have to go buy clogs, wooden clogs, traditional clogs. That's a really great episode. Those are exactly what they were wearing. Ricky was wearing those. I think Bubbles was wearing those. Oh, look at the umbrellas. They're all tulips. That's cool. Van Gogh, Modigliani. Now, if I find, or when I find those waffles that I had last time, I'm getting them. And this is actually Rembrandt Plain. I'm so excited. That means we're super close to Rembrandt House. So I would probably say that Rembrandt is by far my favorite painter. And where that actually came from was Charles Laughton made a movie called Rembrandt. And I really liked the story. I really liked how Rembrandt, what he would do is he would take these, he really liked to do his own art, and what he would do is he would pay homeless people and people that were handicapped or had some sort of problem or illness, and what he would do is he would pay them and he would dress them up in king's clothing or nobleman's clothing, and then when he would paint it, that way they would have basically how he described it was they would have a pain and a story in their face. They would have lines and wrinkles and crow's feet, and it just told a story. And he really only took commissions from rich people to do their paintings or their anything if he was in dire need of money. And that happened quite a few times in his life, where he would have great wealth and then be destitute. So this is the life-size statues of Night Watch, as well as a gigantic, as it should be, statue of Rembrandt. Let's take a look. Now, to me, this is incredible. To honor your, I would say probably all-time most famous artist with a life-size representation of his most famous work, as well as a really perfect statue to him. These waffle cake things with the icing, those are what I had last time that I loved. Oh, this is awesome. Look at the intro to this this little bridge. It's like a drawbridge. So you can see the poles. It's like a little setup swap meet here. Stroop waffles. I'm gonna try one. All kinds of nice stuff over here. This is a real flea market. Snare drum, sailboat. I'll check this thing out. Wicked. And it's right in front of Rembrandt's house. There it is, with the green and red shutters. You can see up there, I'll get a little closer, it says 1606. And then right up there it says Rembrandt's Woning 1639 to 1658. So the better part of 20 years. This was both his house and workshop. But I guess you actually enter over here, right next to it. You're now entering the house in which painter Rembrandt lived from 1939 to 1508. Here we go. Wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. One of his workshops. It says that he would have used this as a printing press back in those days. Isn't that incredible? Not only a painter and sculptor, but a printer. All right, let's go upstairs. I think these are all original chairs. And this is what Rembrandt would have seen out the window. All right, we're gonna take these stairs up. Like I said, guys, really narrow stairwells. Looks like it goes up one more. Then that's where we just were. He could have seen who was coming in from up here. He would have walked on these stairs. Look at the detail around the borders here. And this is his large work studio. Look at that. Wow.
Because people always put their hands everywhere. So
wow.
It's fake.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. To here, which was made from vinegar, kitchen salt, ammoniac salt, and copper salt. And then a lot of lead. Does everybody understand lead?
Amazing.
Here. And then they had a piece of linen. And then horse manure. Horse manure is a nice word for horse shit.
She's been explaining how he made his paints.
Faster.
Look at all that.
Yeah. Okay. And also, it's very toxic, but as I said, they didn't know. The ladies in England put it on the face to be beautiful, pale. Yeah. No, wait, it's not so beautiful after a while. And also, it's quite sweet. And the red was mercury and sulfur. So those three were quite toxic.
Mercury?
Zwavel and quick. Does everybody understand mercury, sulfur? Yeah. Yeah. And I'm a painter myself, and then once in a while you put the brush in your mouth because you want to make it. So don't do that. But Rembrandt was 63 when he died, and it was a natural death. So he didn't do that, I think. And when you when you mix it with the oil, then it's less toxic. And actually, they're only the female. The female have some kind of acid, and with that acid, you can make the carmine red. Cactus. And as I said, only the female have some kind of acid, and with that acid.
Oh, that is awesome. Look at that. Well, now we're in one of his rooms with all the study materials. Wow, that is awesome. Wow. I think this pretty much explains it. One more. This is the small studio. So apparently we can't go up here. But this was his small studio.
Vervolgens daagde Rembrandt zijn leerlingen uit te variëren en zelf composities te verzinnen.
Wow, that is cool. Look at this. You could look right out the window. So I was looking at this and then I just noticed this mirror and I asked if they had mirrors back then and they said yes they did, that they were actually a year's salary. It's 100 gilda to get a mirror. And alright, we're done, and as you leave they actually have a little bit of a timeline, and that right there says when he moved in here, and then in 1956 he went bankrupt, selling all of his possessions. And then in 1958, he had to sell this house. And there's the more of the outside. And that's right out front. I think I'm gonna get one of these now. All right, let's do this. He warmed it up and everything for me. Winter parade. Interesting. Oh, look at the skulls and crossbone kind of thing up on top right here. That's interesting. I can't wait to see what this stuff looks like all lit up tonight. This is gonna look great at night, all those lit up balls down here. Actually, I think the last time that I was here, I think my apartment was down in here somewhere. Just one of these little like doors off to the side. Oh, check that out. Well, the waffles were awesome, by the way. Now check this out. Some sort of candy shop. See the hats all made of gummy worms and everything, and then the crow, everything, the whole thing, all of its food. Even down to the frog hat. And the mohawk. Wow, inventive. Wow, look at that one. So these are the guys who make all this stuff. They were just telling me, they're like, hey, there was like some famous YouTuber in here the other day, but we don't follow YouTube, so we don't know who it was. They're like, but everybody knew him, and these South African people knew him. I go, I bet you it was Casey Neistat. So we looked it up, and they're like, yeah, that was him, that was him. So hilarious. Casey Neistat was in here a few days ago. I just thought this stuff was so cool, I had to share it with you guys. These guys are true artists. Oh, and Space Invader's been here too. All right, gang, I just bought a ticket for the boat. So I have like less than an hour until it expires. For some reason it expires a little early today, but we are taking the Canal boat ride like I promised. I don't think we're gonna make it to the Rijksmuseum today, unfortunately. I think it closes pretty much when that boat tour ends, so it was one or the other. So I think you guys have seen enough art for the day and artists, so I think the boat tour will be fun. Well, it's starting to get a little bit darker and the lights are becoming a little bit more visible up there. Well, it's apparently located right in front of Central Station, so it's over here. I have about 10 minutes to get there. All right, this looks like it's it. So it's actually full, so I'm gonna take the next one, which also happens to be the last one. There's a little bit more Christmas flash. Nice. Well, I had to go for it, guys. I got the mayonnaise fries with some ketchup, just in case it's no good. But it's pretty good. Oh man, I love this city. This trip just reinforces it. All right, gang. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I got a lot in. I didn't get to do everything, but I think I got a lot done for one day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now I have a ton of Patreons to thank, so bear with me. Thank you Sheila Denton, William Hom, Janice Taylor, Sheila Riley, Ryan Chataway, Ellen Hamill, Thad, Jennifer Sisson, and Robert Wagner. I don't know if it's the Robert Wagner, but thank you to all 8 of you. Have a great night, and come back and see me tomorrow. We have a great day planned. Goodbye.